the inseam.
Yes. A lot of people notice that on the originals, the watercolor just runs on the paper, and I like to keep it loose and just let it run. And the publisher asked me if I could use some of that running look to continue the flow of art in the rest of the book. And so I created this page of just the flowing, running color for the inseam. This is Jacob Lawrence, who's also an artist in his own right. And Tanya and I chose Jacob to represent another visual artist who painted realistic as well as abstract portraits himself. I enjoy photography. In this age of digital photography, I love using my 35mm film camera, and I spend as much free time as I can get photographing people that I know, total strangers. And this was a friend of mine named Michelle, who was kind enough to model for me. And after shooting several portraits of Michelle, I did a series of drawings, and these are some various pencil drawings that I colored in with watercolor.
Now, are these drawings right here based on this photo or other photos?
Other photos. This one up here was a portion of that headshot, and others were some various angles.
Now, you had mentioned in another segment that you had a series based on African American women. And here, is this part of the series that you spoke of?
This was part of the Mother Earth series.
Mother Earth series.
Yes.
Okay.
They were, the majority of them were women with locked hair. And that brings us to Indigenous. After Mother Earth, the response was so great from that I began a new series and titled it Indigenous. This was exhibited in 1999, and these were two of the more well-received pieces from it.
In both of these pieces, you see the wood texture of a tree, of course. And did this flow throughout the Indigenous series, where you see the black woman and the tree intertwined?
Yes.
In each and every one of them? Okay.
Yes.
And how many were in that series?
There were about a series of 15 altogether. And again, I'd like to thank the women who were kind enough to model for me, because without them I wouldn't have been able to obviously create the portraits.
That's my favorite piece, by the way. I love that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have here from Portraits of African American Heroes, the Malcolm X.
Of course.
Yes. And
this one wasn't hard. And this is
Paul Robeson
as King Lear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay.
One of the great voices and actors.
Another headshot of someone I knew, a friend of mine. That was just a portrait of someone I knew, and she just happened to have locks.
Okay.
I hope I don't sound biased towards women with locks, but
obviously you love locks.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
This is the cover of Aisha's Crowning Glory, and I'd like to thank Miss Selma Jackson, who runs 4W Circle of Art on Fulton Street. She was kind enough to model for me. And little Aisha, the plot in a nutshell is a story about Aisha, a young girl who goes to a hair salon to get her hair done, her hair locked for the first time. And the woman in the hair salon sits her down in the chair and begins telling her stories about ancient Egypt, Egyptian goddesses and princesses.
Okay. And when is this book coming out? When can we expect it?
This will actually be out. We're expecting it within the next 3 weeks.
Okay, good. Aisha's Crown and Glory, and we have
Yes.
some more illustrations from it. And this obviously is the beauty salon.
Yes.
And
It's,
this is just the women in the beauty salon.
Just women hanging out in the salon, getting their hair done.
Mhm.
And
The beauty salon is so much a part of just about every woman's life. Hair is such a big issue for women, especially black women. So this is a great book for children.
Yes, I realized that when I went to Philadelphia actually to photograph the 3 women who modeled for me. These were relatives of the author, Miss Eloise Prescott, who wrote the book. And she lives in Philadelphia. I took a bus down there to photograph some of her relatives, just kind of hanging around with giant
rollers in their hair.
Yeah.
You were in the woman's domain.
Yes.
Sanctum. How did it feel to be for those women, Ansel?
Oh, I didn't mind it.
Okay. Okay.
And this is one of the pieces when Aisha is being told about various Egyptian goddesses and queens.
Okay.
In one scene in the book, Aisha has a dream that her hair is flowing through the sky and she's flying and it's enraveled in candy. So I wanted to illustrate that, candy flowing from her locks.
That's so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah. What a great imagination.
Thank you.
Okay.
When Aisha is actually having her hair locked, she gets transported as she's being told various stories. She gets transported to ancient Egypt, and that's why I have the pyramids down there in contrast to an urban landscape at the top.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
And that's
it?
Yes.
Wow. Aisha's Crown and Glory.
Yes.
Look for that on the bookshelves. It's definitely a nice book for a young black girl to have in her collection. The hair is just such an explosive issue, but I think as a black woman, what my wish would be is that they would feel comfortable with their hair in its natural form. So this is an important book that you illustrated. And I want to thank you, Ansel Pitcairn, for sharing your wonderful artwork with us on Straight Up. Thank you for watching Straight Up. Keep watching.
I want to tell you a secret, something that I just don't think you know. You're my first thought in the morning, my last thought in my bed at night. In between I dream of you by my side, sort of an obsession.